Hey, Guardian. Thanks for your help back there. Just need to clear out this...
Ow. Nice shot. Right through the heart.
Thanks.
Sorry. We thought you were Shadow Legion.
Easy mistake. I'm just so beefy. You're leaving again? Don't you ever slow down?
Nope, not when there's work to be done.
Amanda! When your ship... I thought I might never see you again.
No time for that kind of talk. I'm here now. Let's get moving.
What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Destiny. In the last episode, we finished up our very first Defiant battleground in the EDZ, and we rescued Amanda Holiday in the process after taking down a whole bunch of Taken and Shadow Legion. Now we are back here in the Helm, the hub for all seasonal content, just as it was in Witch Queen. We are back with it here in... Lightfall, and just like last time with the Psyops Battlegrounds, the Defiant Battleground is going to start at the War Table. So here we go. So first things first, we're going to get ourselves the Ascendant Scepter. Now this was the artifact of the season. Now all it does is enable us to get Defiant Engrams still, which we can still use to get the gear for this season. We're also going to get ourselves a free sword. You know, it says evidence of extensive upgrades as though the Helm internals now house various high-tech systems due in part use surmise to the Awoken Corsairs and House Light Elixni who are working nearby. A weapon awaits you, and as you take it, you notice the war table seems to await pairing with the Ascendant Scepter. Let's take it. We're also going to get this, the variable. We will talk about this later. This is the exotic quest that is paired with Season of Defiant. That's going to be for another time because this involves an entire exotic mission that is going to take pretty much 2 videos to get through, actually. So, I mean, not to mention the quest steps itself. So we'll get into all that a little bit later. That's it's sort of its own thing. But for right now, let's take a look at our gear that we can get. So here is our upgrade path. Defiant keys are used for unlocking the chests within the Defiant Battleground playlist. These are crucial for getting some of the best weapons in the game. You will also notice that we have our engram decoding, which we had in previous seasons. Got our armor here, the Techian's Regalia set, as well as Defiant weapons. We have the Raconteur bow, the Royal Executioner fusion rifle, the Perpetualis auto rifle, the Prodigal Return grenade launcher. This is a standard breech loader, not a wave frame. We got the Regnant grenade launcher, and we got the Caretaker sword. Now, we'll go over these weapons really quickly just so we can show what we're chasing the most. The Raconteur is a very good stasis bow. It has Headstone as an option on it, which is always, I think, key to any stasis build, at least, especially on Hunter and Titan. Maybe not as much on Warlock, but it is still a really nice thing to have. Royal Executioner, though, is probably the standout weapon of this entire set. You might see Strand, and you might go, ooh, that's interesting. I don't like this weapon very much, I'm going to be completely honest, but Royal Executioner is fantastic. This thing has a lot of potential both in PvP and PvE. A lot of great things we're going to want to go after for this one. Perpetualis is okay. I would actually go as far to say it is on the same level as my current auto rifle, Old Sterling. It's the same RPM. It can get Hatchling, which is a decent Strand perk, but it's one that you kind of need to synergize with, and Hunters are not really ideal for that very much. Mostly just Warlocks are ones that you're really going to be using a lot of Threadlings on. Prodigal Return is probably the second best weapon here. It is an Arc Grenade Launcher that can get Volt Shot on every single kill, so literally every time you reload this thing after one shot, you can get Volt Shot going again, which is really awesome to have on demand. Regnant is a Void Grenade Launcher that is really, really strong, and I would say that this is the best weapon were it not for another set of weapons that come out later in the year that includes a Void Grenade Launcher that outclasses this one in every way. But if you're not able to get that weapon, even though I know you will be able to, because that one will at least still be available in the final shape, This one is okay. It's really good if you didn't have access to that weapon, but now it's kind of obsolete. And then we have the sword caretaker. It's an adaptive frame. Adaptive frames are always kind of the least interesting sword frames. They do the least amount of damage. And I mean, it's got some interesting okay perks, but it's not one that I'm going to be chasing, even though it's what we were just given. And we can actually take a look at ours. Duelist Trance and Valiant Charge. Not a super great combo, if I'm being completely honest. Now, I also want to point something else about these weapons that a lot of people really got mad at. These weapons are absolutely reskins of the weapons in Season of the Lost, almost to a T. So this is the exact same weapon as the old Wolf Tones Draw. This is the exact same roll as the old Iota Draconis. They just have a different coat of paint on them, mainly just the purple Queen's colors and then this crystal thing. And what's really annoying is that the crystal part can't even be shaded. Only the rest of it can, which also kind of gets on everybody's nerves. So from a design standpoint, these weapons are kind of lame, but, you know, they're really good from a practicality standpoint. And like I said, we're only just beginning. You have these to work with alongside everything else in the season. So just give it time. Just give it time. But for now, let's head on into our quest really quickly. And now we need to claim the Seasonal Challenge Righteous Defiance to earn a War Table upgrade. So let's do that. Into the Season of the Wish we go. Let's collect this thing, and you'll notice that we have all of the previous season's challenges that are confined to different, or have different upgrades associated with them throughout the season. And this is going to be incredibly important that I get all of these done with each season. But let's grab that first. We stand unbroken, and now we're going to hear Marasov's debriefing.
I sensed your triumph through the choke of the pyramid's suppression. With the scepter in hand, you were able to move through the depths of the Ascendant Plane. It is as I hoped. Your light sings with the incantations I send forth, strengthening you in ways not seen since the Seven Paladins. Since the Queen's Guard. Powerful as I am, I cannot be everywhere at once. But the Guardians can. So, I entrust you with my favor. Take it. Breach the Ascendant Plane. Walk the ley lines within, and banish those who would oppose you. I do not ask for fealty in return. I would not kneel in your place, as favor with condition remains a shackle. No. Claim this power freely, as your strength serves my kingdom and your own. Let it flow through you, Queen's Guard, and I shall knight you myself.
And there we go. All right, so let's accept that, and then we get our next step on the quest, which is choose your first awoken favor of the War Table upgrade menu. So here's how this works, okay? So for our favor attunements, these are all a part of the actual Battlegrounds playlist. You will get different auras that are going to appear throughout the mission that are going to give you different boosts. So we got the melee Exemplar of Justice, which is going to give you more melee recharge, Exemplar of Zeal for more grenade recharge, and the Exemplar of Grace, which gives you higher mobility. These are very similar to the way that they behave in the Dares of Eternity. So walk through them, pick them up, you get the little boost. This makes you jump higher and walk faster and strafe faster, but not sprint faster. Actually, I believe the Exemplar of Grace actually does let you sprint faster, which is different from the originals. But I could be wrong about that. I want to say there was something special about these. But then we also notice we got Defiant Investments and Queen's Guard Vows. Let's go over these. So we have Defiant Armor and Weapon Focusing, Defiant Deep Sight Decoding. The first season of Defiance weapon you decode each week will have a Deep Sight Resonance. And Defiant Sojourner. When you earn a Defiant Engram by completing non-battleground activities, you will earn an additional one. So double the engrams every time from other sources. This includes things like Strikes, the Crucible Gambit, and, you know, Master Lost Sectors and dungeons and raids and all sorts of stuff can give you these drops. This just means that you get 2 for every 1 you're supposed to get. And you'll need them, trust me, because to get every single thing that the table offers, it was something like 300 to 400 engrams for me personally. It's a lot. And this is going to be a recurring theme as we go through. They shower you in loot, don't get me wrong. It's very easy to get the engrams, but you're going to need them. Battleground Riches. Spending a Defiant key at the end of a season of Defiance Battleground increases the chance of earning additional Defiant engrams. So even in these activities, you can go up to 3 or 4. Focusing season of Defiance weapons and armor grants a small chance to earn a Defiant key for the chest at the end. Not that you're ever going to be in short supply of these, but it's still pretty nice to be able to get extras of those. Spending a Defiant key at the end of a season of Defiance Battleground in which you received favors of Grace, Justice, and Zeal will award an additional Defiant engram and War Table reputation. So you need to be able to run through all 3 of these to then get this reward, but this is yet another reward source. And then we have Legendary Deeds. Spending a Defiant key at the end of a season of Defiance Battleground on Legend difficulty increases the amount of gear granted, so you'll get more straight up from the chest. So, with all that said, I'm going to get the Exemplar of Zeal first. There we go. Stand Unbroken, collect 3 Awoken Favors in Defiant Battlegrounds, and complete 1 Defiant Battleground playlist. So, to get the Zeal that I'm going to need to do, I'm going to need to get heavy weapon blows, which shouldn't be too hard, but let's head on up here, and you'll notice now that we have the Defiant Battlegrounds playlist open to us. I am not going to be showing this activity, but I'm at least not right now, because it is probably going to spoil you guys for a future Battleground that we have not yet, quote-unquote, unlocked, but you can at least see how this all works. So we have champions in this, we have an additional threat, we also have an automatic 5 power difference, so these are a lot harder, and then we also have weekly surges. This time it's Voyage and Strand. They are always going to match the surges of the current strike surges, if that makes sense. So I'm going to hop into this, and I will see you all here at the end, and we will talk about the loot that I've gotten, as well as continue the quest steps. So see you all in just a moment. Okay, about 15 minutes later, well, actually, like it says right here, 18 minutes later. My goodness, that was a long one. That was a long one, but we got it done. And now it wants us to go to the farm, so we're going to head back there through the EDZ. I got myself a Royal Executioner, which is the fusion rifle that I said we need to chase. So let's take a look and see if we got anything good out of that. Doesn't look like it. As soon as I seen Slick Draw on there, I'm just like, I don't care. I don't care. That is such a garbage perk that I have never cared about in any circumstance ever. Significantly increases handling, significantly decreases target. Just no. I could never, you could never get me to care about handling that much on any weapon type to take a sacrifice like that, just ever. Even on a sidearm where handling, or a shotgun where handling is the most. Okay, shotgun maybe, as long as it's not a, as long as it's a pellet shotgun, not a slug shotgun, maybe you could get me to care about that perk. But at that point, I'd rather just have quick draw, honestly. Anyway.
When the last city called for aid, I pledged the Awoken to the cause without hesitation. The Vanguard has helped my people many times in the past. But what you face now is no simple, endless curse or vengeful god king. We Awoken were first struck when we came between the Traveler and its hunter, and I chose my people above either one. The choice has come again, and my answer is no different. I do not blindly defend the light, and I do not listen to the voice in the darkness. Instead, I choose that which holds light and dark together in hands and heart. I choose you. Now, humans, exos, cousins all, detach. Fall forward. Number among the first. Awaken. As Queen's Guard.
I love her. I love her so much. All right, and we get another fusion rifle for our troubles. So I will absolutely take that. Thank you very much. And that is the first week done and dusted for the We Stand Unbroken quest line. In the next episode, we're going to be jumping into the next one, hearing from Amanda Holiday, getting into quote-unquote week 2. We can take a look at this fusion rifle really quickly. That's a little bit better. Lead from Gold is always a really nice perk to have on a fusion rifle. Killing Wind, maybe not as much. I think the most exciting thing about this is the fact that it is great in fusion material. So I'm going to put that into my Snorri. There we go. And next week, guys, we are going to be jumping right back on into things. But before we call this an episode, much like we have in the past, you remember the radio transmissions we got during Season of the Plunder and Season of the Seraph? These are very important little tidbits, little extras to the lore. We're going to be getting those with this season and all future seasons as well. So let's end this episode with a little radio message before I send y'all off.
Amanda, I need to talk to you.
What? Before it's too late?
Yes.
Crow, don't.
I thought I'd lost you.
Don't talk to me like that. I know you're sorry. I know it wasn't really you. I want to forgive you. I really do. I tried to pull Crow and Aldrin Sov apart.
I tried too. But it wasn't right.
I wish I could see you another way, but I don't. I can't. Not yet.
Tell me what to do and I'll do it.
It's not like that. I know it ain't fair to you. And maybe I'll feel different someday. But not now.
I understand.
There's tough times ahead of us. We gotta work together. It's like y'all's ghosts always say. Eyes up, Guardian.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this episode very, very much. And I'll see you all in the next one.